Hello, welcome to Guitar Paradiso.
Welcome, I'm Pete.
And I'm Mick. And in this episode we thought we would talk about two similar but very, very different guitars. Namely a
330, ES330TD, which is, you probably look at these two and go, they look very, very similar. But actually, the details they're very, very different. So it's a maple body,
yep,
3-ply, same as always, poplar, maple, poplar, maple.
Yep.
But this has got a P90s, the dog ear P90s, which is underwound because this is kind of a copy of a 50s guitar.
59.
59. If you look closely, these two, you see the neck on this guitar is actually attached to the 16th fret.
Yeah, where it meets the neck joint there.
Yeah.
16th fret, whereas on this ES335, which you'll perhaps find more familiar, 19th fret. So the neck's a bit further out. And if you rewind all the way back to 58, when the 335 first appeared.
Yeah.
Now this is killer, right? So 1958. Just cast your mind back to 58. Gibson's going, what should we do next? We've done this solid body guitar thing. We've got a really good history of arch tops and hollow bodies.
Yeah.
This solid guitar thing, it's obviously going to work. The Tellys come out, the Strats come out, the Les Pauls come out. Hasn't been that successful yet. We're about to make it sunburst and do all of that.
Yeah.
So what else can we do? Tell you what, on the one hand, why don't we do a V-shaped guitar and a guitar that's shaped like nothing you've ever seen and one that never even gets made? And same year, they designed this. And you're thinking, what on earth is going on there? Because this, ostensibly, very traditional guitar, but same year as the Fender Jazzmaster. So just transport yourself back there for 2 minutes and try and imagine what you would think as a guitar player.
All of these impressions coming at you at the same time. And there must be a lot of sort of chefs at that time in Gibson going, no, I like that. I don't know how, I can't.
Well, Ted McCarthy, who was president at the time, he's gone this way with Flying V's and he's gone that way with the ES335, and they've become, classics in their own right.
But anyway, this is a completely hollow body guitar as well, where that is not. This is, and it's very, very light.
Very light,
it's
very resonant.
Light, but everything is aged tuners, and you were talking about the bridge here.
Yeah,
that doesn't have it doesn't have the retaining wire.
Yeah, the Tune-o-matic's changed a lot over the years, and vintage fans get very funny about the Tune-o-matic being A, made of lightweight material, B, being the old design where the adjustment screws are on the front, and later Gibson added a retaining wire to stop the saddles falling out, where all of those things in vintage terms
are not correct.
Negatively affect the sound, I don't know, whatever. So this doesn't have it,
doesn't have it. And it's got the 50 wiring inside as well. That's
Yeah,
why I'm
50
in the
style
beginning.
wiring
50 style
behind
wiring,
us.
yeah, so the 59 and the trapeze and all this stuff.
So out of Memphis, all very traditional. We've waxed lyrical about Memphis before, the kind of care and attention they put into recreating these things.
Yeah.
Thus, this is, just for the record, is a 61 spec ES335 out of Memphis. Why was 61 interesting? Last year of Mickey Mouse ears, so they got pointier after 61.
All right.
Still using the PAF style pickups, obviously, which they carried on using for years. These are MHS, Memphis Historical Spec ones, and this one has a 61 neck profile, which is kind of slim front to back, which makes it feel quite wide in the shoulder.
A bit more.
That'll be chunkier for sure.
Yeah, it's more. Yeah, definitely.
So there you go. I mean, you can go on the Andertons website, and the links are below, and you can see the specs of these guitars. But for the remainder of this video, we're just going to talk about how they sound and how they feel different.
Okay, so I am plugged into a Fender Hot Rod Deluxe. Let's hear what that sound like. Front pickup. Sorry.
That's great. I mean, so the Hot Rod's pretty bright sounding amp, as we know. Just, would you mind just rolling some of the tone off the neck pickup there?
Oh, so here, like that.
And on the floor, Pete's got a J-Rocket Archer. Just step on that a sec, Pete.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Just going to add a bit of mid-kick to what's going on there.
Okay.
So go on, play.
Yeah. It lends itself towards that blues. I want to play the blues. I want to play sort of jazzy kind of licks on it.
Well,
it feels like that as well to me.
You're definitely hearing a lot of the hollow body, aren't you?
Yeah, no, it's completely, as I said before, there's just nothing in there, is there?
Yeah.
Apart from that Memphis air. I'm just going to try to go on both pickups and then quickly jump to the back pickup. So. Nice and spanky.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to sound great with a load of overdrive on it, isn't it?
Exactly. But you have to probably get where it starts feeding back. You have to be sort of careful.
We'll do that in a sec.
We'll try it. Always. Why not? We have to try it. See what happens.
Okay, so I'm going into a Fender 65 Twin Reverb. We'll swap in a minute so you can hear both guitars from both amps. But this one's got quite a thicker mid character, as you'll hear.
Yeah. Definitely more.
Reminds me of being a kid. I used to use these as a kid, and you get that real quick attack.
Yeah, I used to have these as well.
Actually, I say kid, teenager, late teenager.
Late teenager.
More kid than I am now. Something about this guitar that makes you want to do. I mean, I want to do that all the time, but it makes you.
Yeah, but it's just that's when you. That is difficult to explain when you pick. We get to pick. We're lucky enough to go and pick lots of guitars up and play lots of different guitars with different price ranges, and it's the guitars. You pick something up and it'll just go play this on me. Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? Yeah. It's kind of.
Etc.
etc.
Just I'm going to put a little bit of gain on that. We've got a J-Rocket, the Dude pedal.
The Dude! We're excited about the Dude as well.
Very excited about it. Just going to quickly do that before we swap and talk about how the differences in sound and feel are. Right.
That makes me, that's just the thing of Robin Ford right there.
Well,
that sort of tone, yeah.
I'm playing Robin Ford licks, but for anyone who doesn't know, the Dude is based on a Dumble Overdrive Special. In fact, as a slight aside, at the NAMM show, I'm there playing the Dude pedal, and I'm like, oh, this sounds great. He says, yeah, it's based on a Dumble Overdrive Special. I said, oh, really? Have you got one? He said, yeah, that one there.
Really?
I look around and there it is, like $100,000 worth of amp.
Just sitting there. Oh.
Anyway.
Incredible. Did you see that? Somebody put a cable on eBay, a Dumble cable for $2,900.
I'd buy it.
A patch cable. What is it, like this long? Like a speaker lead, wasn't it? I was like, click. So what? Excuse me? But it's incredible, isn't it? But there we are. It's
anyway.
If you got the money, you probably just would buy it. Wouldn't you? Anyway.
Like, what are they, 170 quid or something?
I think it's 169 this, yeah.
For a pedal, or 100 grand for the amp.
Yeah.
I'd probably start there. Anyway, shall we swap and
let's swap,
see what happens?
Yeah.
Without bashing them.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to play exactly the same thing that I played before with the same sound the last time you heard me playing.
It's so different.
If you want to compare those, you can zip back in the video.
Yeah, bring it back and forth.
So,
yeah. So I'll try and play some of the same kind of blues stuff I did. John Mayer.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, I'll have to stop. That feeling is completely different from that guitar.
Just keep playing. We talk about that in a second. So come on then.
Completely different.
Start from the top.
Okay.
Why are they different?
From the top. Because it feels very different.
What feels different?
Just the way that it's difficult to explain. As a, but you know what I mean though. It's
come on.
To explain.
Come on.
The strings just sit differently on the fretboard.
Yeah.
For some reason, it feels like it's tighter. It feels.
I think I know why that is.
Then you have to explain to me why that is.
Because there's not as much depth in the neck.
Ah, okay.
So it feels wider because there's not as much depth.
Because it's immediate. I could feel it when I first got the guitar, and I sort of went. My fingers are stumbling a little bit over it because I haven't played it. You just get straight. Here's the guitar, play, and you go, oh hey, and also the sound that comes out of it doesn't lend itself to me in the same way that I would play this guitar. You know what I mean?
Obviously, because of the centre block.
Yeah.
That one to me is sounding like it's got a lot more kind of. Mid-range.
Hunk sort of, you know.
So, as you'd expect, there's more solid wood in it, it's going to, whereas this, definitely, even though it's an electric guitar, even though it's plugged in, has got a lot more acoustic.
Even, acoustically as well, that's one of the things when if you can hear this. It's almost an acoustic guitar now.
Much more mid-scoop.
Yeah, but there's more sound coming out of it as well.
Yeah.
To me, and I think that it kind of resonates in your body in a way. Does it mean not being but it kind of when you can say it. It's a weird feeling. Also, because of the neck is shorter, or it's attached, but it's attached at a different place on the body. It's like you have to kind of reach out to get down to position 5 or 3, and I'm going, hey. Before it was kind of up here, and it kind of felt a little bit closer to my body, you know, kind of. It was like I was playing here, but I actually have to play there. Yeah, it's little things. When I've talked about this with a guy recently when. 11/16 and a 1 3/4 inch neck. It's not more than a couple of millimeters. It's like 1 or 2 millimeters, but
it feels like the Grand Canyon.
Exactly, but people feel the fingers feel so, you know, hands and fingers. So what feels good to you might feel completely different to somebody else.
Yeah, I think it's important to say that. Just that minute difference in neck depth, in neck width. It can just be such a small thing, and yet it can be the difference between you really bonding with a guitar and not bonding with a guitar.
Exactly. When you pick something up, you know that feeling. You go into a shop and you pick a guitar down and you go, wow, this is amazing. Actually, this Maple does look really, really nice on this guitar.
Yeah, people are divided on 335. Some people like them plain, because they say more of the old 335s probably were more plain.
But that's what, when I read up on the specs on this one, that it's plain. It's a plain piece of maple, there's not much flame in it.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, it's darker, isn't it? So, and I
it's got a couple flaws in it here and there, which
that's like me and you.
But that's how they would have been.
Then makes things even better.
Right. What we need to hear now is how they handle gain, because we've got different elements of solid body. Yeah. So seeing as we've got the dude and it's got quite a lot of gain in it, should we stick with this?
Yeah, let's stick with that.
Stick with this, and I'll just hand you the lead.
Yes, let's try that.
Clunky way.
Or I'll hand you the guitar and you can play the same thing. Because you've got your Robin Fortniks going, so maybe just...
check this.
Yeah. I prefer the driven side of that guitar. That handles it much better for me, for my ears. You know, I get that sort of that as I said, Robin Ford tone. That sort of, but that might be the pedal. I don't know, but it definitely sounds better. This again
just gets much more aggressive, doesn't it? When you put the harder to deal with. But you know, lest we should be surprised by the fact that a completely hollow guitar with P90s doesn't, you know, it is a different animal with heavier gain.
I think this guitar also, it is, you know, but the people who would go and check these guitars out probably are looking to play that music on it. You know, the not say jazz, but jazz blues, cleaner tones perhaps, because that sounds really good for that. That's what when I picked it up, plugged it in, I was like, this is what I need to play on this thing. And it's a gorgeous guitar, I must say.
Absolutely right about the gain thing, because with a guitar that's doing more acoustically, the more you ask it to do through pedals and an amp, the more problems you create for yourself. Whereas, you know, a completely solid guitar needs a bit of help from pedals and an amp to really get it moving. Whereas this, I think, you know, certainly if you've got it through a Fender style amp, you can just turn it up and you can let the natural harmonics of the guitar come through the amp. And that's what that guitar is all about for me.
Yeah,
you know.
It is all about it.
Bluesy, jazzy.
It's also the fact that the neck is attached here. You don't need to get up to the dusty area. I don't think there's no money up there, kids. No. It is, the fact is that, you know, I was playing something on the guitar. I was going, I want to do like something, and I went up here and I went, oh, and I forgot it was that's, you know, then it actually just ended there, and that was it.
They did actually. Gibson did do some 330s with the extended neck joint, so it did join at the 19th like a 335. But this is kind of how they were, which you'll recognise from the Epiphone Casino because it's the same.
Yeah, that's correct.
You know,
that's
it's
right.
the same chassis and it's the same thing.
But like guitar, but two completely different guitars. But you look at them and they might even the colouring on the back, you know, even the necks are the same.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
obviously chocolate like this.
You know what? if you're going to be talking classic guitars, you have to own a Strat, you have to own a Tele, you have to own a Les Paul.
Yeah, and you kind of have to own.
You do.
A 335, and
You do.
I must just take that in there because this is mine, but this is that very classic. That's just the red.
Yeah.
But you said something with the ears though, and this is a 2005.
That's pretty much a Mickey Mouse ear guitar.
Yeah.
So, actually, this is a good example. Yeah, no, they're pretty much Mickey Mouse. Slightly more rounded.
Yeah.
The pointier ones came in '62. So Clapton's '63 block neck
That's
guitar
one, yeah.
that you saw at the Albert Hall, that's got a slightly pointier horns, but people are divided about which shape they like.
Yeah,
best.
and people
Personally,
like
for me, it's
blog
this.
inlays, and people like this, and you know, I've got a friend who loves the blonde guitar, so all he's got is just all of his guitars are blonde guitars. Big fan of that. So you know, it's.
As long as they've got some tint in the lacquer and it's not too flamey.
But I'll tell you what, that one has kind of gone yellow. That was right when I got it. It's just you know, it's aging and taking it around and playing it through the different environments and countries and stuff.
Make me happy.
Anyway, really now you want to do that now?
Come on.
Okay guys, so that was the two Gibsons we had for you today. We had the ES330TD 1959.
1961 ES335TDN. I was Mick.
And I was Peter.
See you again.
Thanks for watching.